The Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion began in 2013. The idea was to twin an existing pipeline from Alberta to British Columbia, nearly tripling its capacity to 890,000 barrels a day. The goal? Break Canada's reliance on U.S. buyers and open access to Asian markets, promising higher prices and billions in new revenue. Proponents called it a nation-building project, jobs, tax dollars, and a stronger global presence. But approval wasn't easy. The National Energy Board's review involved over 1,600 stakeholders from industry to First Nations. In 2016, the board recommended approval, if 157 strict conditions were met, covering safety and environmental protection. The Trudeau government gave the green light, promising a balance, support for energy, climate action, and marine safety. The project was pitched as a compromise, economic growth with environmental safeguards. Yet this approval was just the start of a long, contentious journey. The stage was set for a national debate that would test Canada's values, priorities, and its very capacity to build large projects. The pipeline's path would soon be blocked by fierce opposition. The real battle was about to begin. Approval sparked immediate resistance, on the ground and in the courts. Environmentalists and local residents feared oil spills and saw the project as a threat to climate goals. Protests erupted, rallies, blockades, and encampments on Burnaby Mountain, with over 200 arrests. Trans Mountain fought back with court injunctions, turning construction sites into battlegrounds. Organized protesters, municipalities, and First Nations launched legal challenges, arguing the government failed to consult and protect their rights. In 2018, the Federal Court of Appeal overturned the project's approval, citing flawed Indigenous consultation and environmental review. The government was forced back to the drawing board. The pipeline's future hung in the balance, as legal and public pressure mounted. The fight was far from over. Court delays, changing environmental rules, and opposition sent costs soaring. Kinder Morgan threatened to abandon the project, prompting Ottawa to buy it for $4.5 billion in 2018. Under public ownership, the final cost ballooned to $31 billion, 6 times the original estimate. Every delay, court battles, protests, permit fights, meant millions lost each month. Ever-changing regulations, COVID-19, protesters, and continued legal delays drove costs ever higher. Building through BC's mountains proved tougher than expected, with engineering and environmental hurdles at every turn. What began as a strategic investment became a massive public expense. The pipeline's price tag became a national controversy. Canadians were left wondering if the benefits would ever outweigh the cost. The stakes had never been higher. In spring 2024, oil finally flowed through the expanded Trans Mountain Pipeline. Supporters celebrated. Canadian oil reached new markets, narrowing price gaps and boosting government revenues. The industry saw it as a long-awaited and very expensive victory. But for opponents, environmentalists, Indigenous groups, and many locals, it was a bitter defeat, deepening concerns over climate and Indigenous rights. The $30.9 billion public cost sparked debate about whether the economic gains justified the investment. The pipeline's completion didn't end the controversy, it cemented divisions. The project became a symbol of Canada's struggle to balance economic growth, environmental protection, and Indigenous rights. The debate over Canada's energy future is far from settled. The Trans Mountain saga stands as a monument to a nation at a crossroads. Its legacy will shape Canadian policy for decades and clearly shows why investment capital is so reluctant to return. Thanks for watching, and please check out our website at albertasecession.com for more informative videos and content.